Hello. We are getting close to the community 2-week notice in terms of spoilers. I've had a rough time since the patch. So special recipes. So despite not really, and you can probably hear it in my voice, not really being in any state to do much of this, I am nevertheless going to attempt to push ahead a little bit and try and get some recording done. It is, as you can see from the corner, quite early in the morning. Am I in the wrong place? Do I want to be upstairs? I forget how this place is laid out. Aha! So yeah, as long as you're aware that 1, it's a good chunk of time after, and 2, I'm clearly not great. But I've got the camera on, which is the important thing. This is the first time in several days that I've felt in any state to be, I mean, even in this low light. You know, I've had to dim the ring light. I've got a secondary light on here just so you can actually see, because if I turn that off, it's too dark. But I can't have the light shining too bright, because it'll just give me a headache. That's the state that I'm in. But people like face cam for reactions, and when it came to watching my previous content for previous patches, I prefer being able to see me. That sounds weird. You know what I mean? We should return to the back room. Shale and the others need to know what happened. Yes, I'll ask why Akwe to meet us there as well. That music needs to change, I think, depending on. At least I don't have to run all the way back. There's her sister, who's got... It's nostalgia, isn't it, her sister? I think. Soul cell.
Our dear Geode.
The soldiers. If only I'd been able to control them.
That's the point, though, isn't it?
This isn't your fault, Gololja.
It's
The blame
nostalgia.
lies with Calyx, and with him alone. It's all so senseless. Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy, living our lives? What does he even think life is?
That's a really good question.
I'll never forgive Calyx for doing this. Or myself for being powerless to stop him.
Why are some of these hairstyles still so pixely bobbly? I thought they'd done them all.
Wait, where are you going?
To clear my head. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid.
Doubt.
stay here and get some rest. I'll make sure nostalgia stays out of trouble.
Well done, Kryl. You're a good un.
Thank you.
Things would have been far worse if you and Geode hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you.
Yeah, that's the tragedy of it all, isn't it?
And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calyx is hiding. But not right now.
That's a little bit of lip animation there.
We need time before we can move on. Just a little time.
Just hoping you get it.
Oh, Geode.
And we are also powerless in a way. And that adds to what I've been saying for the last couple of episodes. The fact that one of the only ways we as the Warrior of Light can really be held back is by just not having the information that we need. As soon as we can hit something, we're golden. But how long has Stola been here? I'm told that the members tasked with keeping residents safe returned with the body of their comrade. They all risk so much. We made a swift patrol of the other levels and confirmed that Calyx had carried out a number of targeted attacks, all to harvest more ether, it seems. It's exactly what I expected Shah to say. I got back control of the sentries, probably around the same time Calyx left. I'm sorry I couldn't stop him. I've spoken with Wuklamat. They've cut their meeting short to deal with the aftermath of this latest violence. I assume you know better by now, but I hope you're not planning to try anything alone. We're all here with you. Yes. They brought back Geode's gun. Its rounds were spent and its barrel was scorched, so you can be sure he went down fighting. He certainly did. Another comrade gone. Some days it's almost more than I can bear. Geode was... he was an older brother to Nostalgia and me. Shell knew him longer though, and surely taking it the hardest. And that's on top of what happened with Kakia. Did I just remember how to pronounce her name? Kakira. That's right, isn't it? I no longer have the post-it note that I wrote the phonetics down on. Do you think you could check on her? See how she's doing? She'd like to put on a brave face if it's me or my sister. I've already spoken to her. She dotted me. I was ellipsicized. Apologies. My mind was elsewhere. We need to press on with the hunt for Calyx, but I can't seem to focus. I should be better than this, I know. Is there anything I can do? You can't help yourself, can you? Still, I appreciate the concern. Kakia used to say the best thing to do with grief was to let it all out. So I think I'll take myself over to Earth and Sky and say my goodbyes to Geode. Why don't you come along? I could use someone to blubber to if you have a shoulder to spare. I have 2 shoulders. Right then, let's get out of here for Everkeep for a bit. After my previous comment Shale's outfit, I actually went and looked up, because obviously there are loads of people out there that will put down, you know, how do you make yourself look like this NPC? And all of the stuff that she's wearing, it's aiming and scouting stuff from one of the sets, which I would know if I'd put any effort into my aiming or scouting characters. It's a fair trek on foot, so I've arranged for a couple of airwheelers. I've had the communication modules removed, so even Calyx shouldn't be able to seize control of them. Say the word and we'll set off. Ready? We'll be flying close to the pylons, so follow my lead. I've got to remember to read stuff out as well, because I've been playing a few games this week where These airwheelers are Gernot's babies, you won't find a something. I've been skimming through some text. It's like, that's not the point of this playthrough. For years now, I've been taking one out for a turn whenever I needed to lighten my mood. I bought one as soon as we got to Solution 9. Still like this piece of music. Sometimes Geode will come along too and we'll end up racing. See, that's the kind of content we need in this. Does that surprise you? The friendship always had a competitive edge. I'll stop that now. We'd often talk about how one day we might fly our wheelers outside the dome. We're going to spot something, I would imagine. They're normally faster than this. Well, mine is. Almost there. Be sure the ground's clear before you touch it. I've ridden one of these before, Shale. I've got my own. But thank you for your concern. Phew. That's helped clear my head a touch. You know, Dema, you might be the first person I've ridden with who wasn't an Oblivion recruit. As far as I remember, at least, the memories from my regulator days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully the way will be clear of pests today. Is this where we ran into Kikiwa the first time? This isn't it? Yeah. Dum 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 dum. Uh-oh. Significantly challenging enemies. Honest. By the way of monstrous intruders. Thanks. You can usually avoid such encounters, but sometimes they wander in and block the only path. Not that it slowed you down at all. Never seen you fight up close before, and the surveillance feed clearly didn't do it justice. Hopefully that keeps the route clear for a while, shall we? I do like that music. I hope that's all in frame, because otherwise I'll look really silly. More than normal.
Whenever we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce.
Oh, these are the early
Me,
days.
Geode, and Kafkiwa.
She pronounces it slightly differently, I think.
Will you raise a glass?
Oh,
It's an interesting option, I will in spirit.
What are the two of you doing here?
I suppose you could have your Warrior of Light be teetotal. But even then, you can raise a glass, even if you don't drink from it. That was an odd choice.
I had a feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us?
I suppose I could spare a moment.
Reminiscent.
They tell us Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances. And it was Kafkiwa who revived our organization.
Yep.
You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it.
Is there going to be a surprising revelation here? A detail that we didn't know was important that will suddenly...
You're keen to know too, right? What they were like back then. The mad things they got up to. That sort of thing.
I always like hearing the mad things people get up to. It reminds me how boring I am in real life.
Those were the days. It was actually right before the Reformation that I met Geode. I still wore a regulator then. I'd recently lost someone close to me. I'd also quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar of all places. It paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company.
Mm-hmm.
So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument. First-time customer, but tempers flared.
What is she wearing?
And then one of us threw a punch.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Also, what is a trouser model? Glamour is the end game. Demagen's thinking about what the outfit is.
Damned if I know. We were deep in our cups. I think we were both just frustrated and angry at everything.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the street. Pair of drunken fools. Then this odd machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state. The odd machine. That was Kafkiwa, I take it.
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behaviour, she launched into a recruitment pitch.
That's a verb you don't hear often.
Kafkiwa explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. And if we were so intent on self-destruction, then perhaps we might consider risking our hides for a just cause.
That's a decent speech.
It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to what lay beyond the barrier, and learning that Kafkiwa herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin.
It's that 30-year period is... It's difficult to contextualize because obviously it was literally nothing for us. And it may even have been more than 30.
But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas and wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
Obviously it stopped when the dome was breached.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting Kafkiwa was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
Is that so? I just assumed.
It hadn't been Kafkiwa's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents, those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order. In the hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access. And that's how we found it. An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, the door to that mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business.
The back room.
The back room. We forced our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned.
This is, stitching up
Although
some of the
occupants
threads.
were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion. After reading through their exploits and their vision for the future, we made the decision to carry on their work.
Thus were my parents' and Kafkiwa's hopes bound together.
And carried onward by Shale and Geode.
We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Not without the strength of arms you and your friends provided.
Us? I like these little moments where they do some additional
Losing comrades
animation.
is a hard thing, but being here, thinking back on the moments we shared.
I wish there was a way of doing motion capture cheaply, so that we could have more of it. I know it's almost a selfish thing, but it is quite expensive to do, and therefore I understand the canned animation almost all the time, but just those little extra bits. And then of course people, arguably myself included, that thinks they make so much money off FF14 that realistically we should have a better game than what we do.
I can see their smiles, hear their laughter. I feel their presence, and I know they're still with us.
Living memory.
But these memories of mine are for me alone. Reminders of why I chose to do this. And why I'll stay the course.
Foreshadowing.
Right. Time we got back to work. Thank you, everyone.
No, it's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore. Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx. For you, for me, and for everyone who's ever believed in Oblivion.
Oop, Coach Cryle. I do appreciate though that even though I've said my piece about the motion capture and animation budget, so on and so forth, I really appreciate that we have these moments in this game, because it does make it feel more like a story-driven RPG than just another MMO. FF14's strength has always been the storytelling and the The amount of time they put into things that a lot of other games would just gloss over, in terms of things like that. I appreciate you helping me through this. And not only the grief, you helped me see that my comrades mean even more to me than I realised. Which only fuels my determination. I was spending every waking moment working to bring Calix to account for his crimes. I'll do my part, then you do yours. Oblivion needs you. Oblivion has been added to the Unending Codex. Next, a darkness in the heart. Jael steals her heart for the work ahead. It's time I went back to locating Calix's lair. I have a new strategy in mind, but it remains to be seen if it will aid in narrowing down the possibilities. I'll ask Kral for help. I want to re-examine the data, starting with that of her parents. After all, they were the first to break away from preservation and establish an organised resistance with Oblivion. There must be something in there that can point us in the right direction. What are your plans? Handle it. Imogen, is that you? Apologies for calling suddenly. Well, it was very good timing, Sveen. I've been making the rounds on the outskirts, and I cannot help but feel as though something is amiss. Might I ask you to join me? Your perspective would be most appreciated. It can wait until you finish attending to Shale, of course. It seems your plans have been decided for you. Go on, I've others to speak with before I return to the back room. Others where, Shale? Oh, there are actually people in here. Is this always the music in the outskirts? Imogen, thank you for coming. As I mentioned, I'd benefit from your worldly experience. What's going on? Is it the ominous music? Perhaps it's my imagination, but the townspeople appear to be acting oddly. That is, even considering the current state of affairs. As I'm yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, I thought you might be better equipped to judge if their behaviour is unusual or not. Would you speak with them and see what you think? Though I hope to be proven wrong, I fear something is not right here. They've got the neo-regulators. You're not wearing a regulator. Don't you know the end's coming? Well, it's your life to lose. Me, I got myself one of those neo-regulators and registered a little while ago. As soon as I did, a display appeared showing the number of registered users. Right now, it's sitting at 4,168. The upper limit was 5,000, wasn't it? Seems the total shot up right after those machine malfunctions. It's only a matter of time before everyone's registered. I pity those who weren't chosen, but I'm going to be an endless. I'm going to evolve and live happily ever after. Sure, buddy. And I say that with the scepticism of somebody who knows that this is obviously a villainous plan. Oh, please tell me you bought my neo-regulators. Officially they've all been handed out already, but I've heard rumours there were a few left over. Surely the government still has some. Or perhaps Queen Sveen? I may not look it, but I was a hunter once. Back then I hardly gave death a second thought, but now I know the truth. It's all I can think about. There has to be a way to hold on. There has to. The way the regulator thing has been a continuous source of drama, I'm sure some people feel like it's played its course. Yeah, I'm sure some people feel like it's maybe getting a bit repetitive. Just to be clear, I'm not one of these people. I think that this is quite well paced in terms of how it's being addressed. But people who aren't really in this for the story might be thinking, yeah, regulators again, skip. I like how the extra layers of ominousness of just getting us to think about it, just the different reactions to the NPCs. Greetings! I remember when you visited with Queen Sphene. Come to check on our well-being, have you? Well, I can say that things are rather stressful out here as well. Without knowing if or when our machinery might turn murderous, the spectre of death is ever present. People are terrified. The clamour for neo-regulators has reached a fever pitch. I, personally, was fortunate to reclaim a new device early on and have long since completed the registration. Death has no hold over me now. Now I must begin my prayers. The darkness draws closer, grows deeper, and we must cast it out. I'm sorry, what? Prayers? I don't... this could just be the 3-monthly patch cycle and the fact that my memory's atrocious. I don't ever recall the people of Alexandria being a religious people. It could be that they are and I've just completely blanked it, but yeah. So what do you think? Was I right to worry? Their fear is palpable. Yes, that's exactly it. The people are overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear, and with each new registration, that fear inside them grows more insistent. How long until it drives them into full-blown panic? Hello, this is Thancred. Temujin, can you come to resolution? We have a problem. I'm already here with Lamity and Alphino. Oh, great. Alphino? No, sorry, Ali, I'm busy. Sounds like she wants us there in a hurry. We should go. Teleport? Teleport. The Meso Terminal.
What's happened? Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
It's almost dungeon time.
Death is your constant companion.
Great.
Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn. Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to
Talk
claim.
about stoking the fears.
Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they
That's
function
not how organs
or
work.
fail. Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning.
Can we shut this off? Thank you for your attention in this matter.
Reason, the end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well...
Alex.
Thanks for that.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death.
But there's no more neo-regulators unless they're going to say, oh, we've got to select a few more, fight over them.
Let us set a new course for mankind.
They've got...
Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity.
Yeah, see, they're happy because they're sorted.
Hope for it. Wish for it. Pray for it. We
Same with
will
these
become
guys.
endless.
Smug.
With evolution's brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Good for you.
Ah, Val Wuklamat.
Hi.
You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliolal.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us?
Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion.
Yes. But it's how you live.
No matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
At what cost?
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
This is how it begins.
The Landsguard are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulichola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
Sorry about that. If only Sphene could do something without...
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people. But what can I do? I am not their queen.
But they would probably accept you as her. Squeaky. The sign. My apologies, the sign is not... I was going to say the sign would have been... Not responding to any of our attempts to change the display, I'll switch it off. Alpha no. First those daily malfunctions, and now a citywide announcement. He has spent considerable effort recruiting his 5,000 endless. Perhaps more than necessary, even. Yes. We had the hopefuls who descended on Lamity dispersed for now. We could see tempers in the crowd were starting to fray. This latest wave of attacks may not have been as widespread, but people are reaching their breaking point. We have to stop Calyx, and soon. I'm sorry I couldn't be there in time. Well told me everything that happened while we were away. Calyx has access to the core system, which means that if he chose to do so, he could deploy the soldiers beyond the barrier. Even if our people learn to live with death and decide to leave the dome behind, they'll not be beyond his reach. Yet if it serves to allay their fears even a little, I beg you, Wuklamat, please let them shelter in Tuliolal. We will welcome any and all who want to come. We've already begun evacuations, and we'll be able to pick up the pace once the Landsguard arrive. In which case, we'd best spread out and keep an eye on the crowds. The mood is tense, and we must prepare for possible violence. If you happen to determine where Calyx is hiding, though, we'll be ready to move at a moment's notice. Surely we'll find a clue of some kind soon. He can't elude us forever. Yes. Yes, indeed. Violence and fear. This is not the future she envisioned for her nation. Indeed. You give so much of yourselves to aid those in need. I must endeavour to find my own small way to help. Yep. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.